Dude, I gotta tell you, I cannot express enough how terrible of a feeling it is to see in real time how differently a man treats you after you sleep with him. Like the way that they treat you when they're trying to get you to sleep with them versus after you have slept with them, and just the sheer disregard they have for your feelings, for you as a person. Like, it is sickening. And also on top of that, like, being fat and dealing with the ramifications of men when you're fat, like, on top of all that, it's just sickening and traumatizing. Like,
Hold up there, Colleen. Let me get this straight. You are appalled and say it's sickening and tiring when you select to go out with a Chad/Tyrone, and surprise, surprise, they act just like a Chad/Tyrone would act. I mean, a player's gonna play. So basically, they use you for what they want, and somehow, some way, they're supposed to commit to you. They're supposed to stop being these F-boys and become husband material. Oh, and on top of that, you're thrown in the extra layer of BMI. So somehow, some way, that's supposed to give you either extra pity points or mandate these men to commit in some fashion. Listen, Queen, this is a tale as old as time itself. When you keep going for the top 10% of guys, what do you expect is going to happen? Here's a clue, sister. If the guy's highly attractive, chances are, if he's still single, it's because he doesn't want to commit, or he's trying to add you to his roster. Why don't you get a clue? Maybe he didn't want you as much as you wanted him, or maybe he just wanted the extra padding for one night, especially if it was cold outside and he just wanted some insurance that he was going to be kept warm through the night. Moving on.
I know I'm not the only one that feels like they have to hold off dating until they've lost weight. Such a hard thing to get over. When I was the single friend and I'd see my friends with their boyfriends, the first thing I would think is, oh, it's because they're skinny. And when I reflected, I noticed that my go-to was to blame my body for being the reason that they had a boyfriend but I didn't. And on my self-love journey, I'm coming to realize that that's not true. What a beautiful, freeing, liberating realization to have. Because what I and what you might be doing is projecting our own insecurities onto other people without even giving them the chance to get to know us. So like, I would have dating apps, but I wouldn't actually use them because I was scared to meet people, because I was scared of a potential fat shaming rejection. Even if we matched, I would kind of invalidate that and just think, oh, they don't know what they're talking about because they don't actually know what I look like. Even when I had like literal pictures of me in a bikini, you know. I just thought that if they met me in person and saw that I wasn't skinny, that I would be automatically letting them down and being kind of like a failure. Whereas attraction works in so many different ways. And it's not fair and it's not logical to project our own beliefs about our body onto other people. Because even if you don't like the fat on your body and it makes you uncomfortable, that doesn't automatically mean that everyone else will feel the same way. I know for myself personally, like there's so many different types of people that I'm attracted to. So why are we making this decision for them that they don't like us? Like if you've matched, you should try it out. And this is coming from someone that 3 months ago, my most viral video was me talking about how it's hard for me to believe that I'm worthy of love in my body. But a lot can change in 3 months, and I promise you what I have learned and what I am living proof of is that finding that love for yourself will help you find that love in your outside world. You are worthy of love exactly as you are. Let me know what you guys think. Love you so much.
Who hurt you? Who hurt you?
Oh, sure, Queen. I'll let you know exactly what I think. When you said the words at the end, you are worthy of love exactly as you are, that was too broad, too open to interpretation. Let me help you out with that part a little bit. You see, just because you say that you are worthy of love as you are doesn't mean that you qualify for the guy that you want. And you knew this because you said it yourself that you were on your weight loss journey. It's not that you can't get a date, because trust me, even if you're packing on some extra pounds, if you lower your standards, you can get a date. Real easy. For example, you could date a big guy who's your age, but you women don't want that. You want a guy who's in shape. Or you could date a guy who's 10, 15 years older than you, that the extra little rolls don't matter to him as much because he just wants to be with somebody younger. But no, when women like you say that you're worthy of love, you hyperfixate on the top 20% guys and say, yeah, I want one of those and I should be worthy of them to compete with my skinny counterparts. And let me tell you something. Can you get one of those guys to commit to you for a couple of nights to maybe a couple of months of taking to Pound Town? Yeah, they'll do it. But that's probably as far as you're going to go. Getting a long-term relationship with them? Not really, unless you're willing to be on his roster, and you're probably not going to be the main. And getting a ring out of it? Very difficult. I mean, you've got a lot of obstacles ahead of you, no pun intended, in order to get that from him. Sister, let me put it this way. The optimism that you have is appreciated, but the best advice this gorilla can give you is keep that within a moderate range of what you know that you could achieve. Why don't you try going out with an average guy who's not a womanizer? Chances of landing a more serious relationship with him are higher than going with Chad Thunderschlong, who comes over and says, you know what, I'm gonna look at this girl like a superset. Let me see if I can push these pounds around. It might just work out for you, sister. Moving on.
Let me just tell y'all, I'm done. I'm done with dating. And I literally just started, like, I took a few months off, and then I literally just started back, like, a couple of weeks ago. So, I started talking to this guy, and it was going great. It was awesome. Like, great. And we made plans to go on a date, and to see Christmas lights or whatever, and he hits me with, can you pick me up? Can I pick you up? Baby. Okay, I don't really have my life together, but for you to not have a car and still are on a dating app and going on dates and stuff, like, log off, please. Because there might be, but not me. I'm not doing it. No, I've learned my lesson. I learned my lesson a long time ago. If he ain't got a car, you don't date him. Like, I know it's a struggle out here for a lot of people, like, especially me. But if we're on a date and you buy me dinner, I'm gonna feel like complete crap because you need a car and I'm over here, you're feeding. Well, it's just not gonna work. It's just not gonna work out. Anyways, that was my rant of the day. Y'all have a good one.
Maybe we better take off.
Yeah, right.
Listen to my XXXXL, Colleen. Not that I'm going to defend men who go out on these dating apps without having a car, because, to be honest with you, I do agree with you that men should have their own cars. But playing defense right now for the guy, maybe he does have a car, he just, figured that his car cannot accommodate you. As the saying goes, his tires won't be able to sustain your weight. And since you already have your own car, that will make him think, okay, if her car can hold her weight, it more than likely is going to hold my weight. I mean, sister, you may think that you're the prize here, but think about it this for a second. If the guy invites you out to a date and you insist that he has to buy you dinner, and it can't be a cheap one either, that's a pretty big tab that's going to come his way. You don't look like the salad or appetizer type. Now, giving this Colleen credit, she did say at the end there that if he has to take her out and buy her dinner, she's going to feel kind of bad for him. Yeah, I wonder why she's going to feel bad for him. I don't know, maybe it's the second chin that gave it away. Either way, sister, I have to say this. I don't think that you're in a position to hold very high standards. Although your self-confidence is admirable, it's probably worth its weight in gold. No pun intended. But guys who go out with you, chances are they're not thinking that, oh yeah, I got a hottie. It's more along the lines of, man, it's a slow Tuesday. I might as well go out to the field and pick up one heifer that's grazing out there. Yeah, she'll do. I may be completely wrong. This gorilla is not perfect by any means. And there are probably going to be a couple of my male viewers in the chat that are going to tell me how incorrect I am. I mean, as the saying goes, every dog has his day. I guess that applies to manatees too. Moving on.
Like, last night, I was in Lowe's, and there was a man, and he was just shopping, and I was getting some paint. So I was standing by the paint, station, and he had his head poking around, looking down the aisle where I was. And so I was, just trying to stand there looking, cute. But I was really looking tragic because I had on a freaking big t-shirt and shorts, and it's like 20 degrees outside, and I had a Crocs and a bun. Like, anyway, that's besides the point. He turns around, y'all, and he has on cowboy boots and a cowboy hat. Turns around, and it says something livestock. I should have tackled him. I should have grabbed a rope and wrangled his up, because that probably was my moment. That was probably it. And I ruined it because I was too shy. Too shy.
Ho, ho! Fiction can be fun.
So you were in a corner trying to look cute, but you were looking trashy because you had a big t-shirt on with shorts. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the reason why you weren't looking your best for this guy. But as the late, great Kevin Samuels said, you can't make this ish up. This came out of her own mouth. A girl this size saw a cowboy who had written somewhere livestock, and she wanted to tackle him. I mean, the thought process just tells the listener, wait a minute, were you attracted to the guy because he knows how to rustle cattle and you wanted to tackle him? Now, usually I would say that's pretty dangerous, honey. I mean, you could have really hurt the guy. Seriously hurt the guy. But this girl does see your logic. I mean, if he really is a cowboy and he can rustle some cattle, I can see what you see in him. I'm sure that he could handle you. Now, you said that you wanted to tie him up. I'm pretty sure my male viewers are going to say, what are you going to tie him up for? To keep him for good intentions or not so good intentions? We don't know. Either way, this is like a live action cartoon that just played out here. Let's hear what else she's got to say about this one.
Why is life like this? Why? I just want what I want. Just give me what I want. Ugh. God, I know. It's your timing, not mine. Lord, do your work and all, but like, can we speed it up? I'm almost 30, and I can't go into my 30s. Anyway, that's my rant of the day. So if y'all know anybody that has like a taste for big girls that know how to make biscuits and gravy every morning, you know, come to hit me up. Yeah, anyway, bye.
All right, to all my male viewers out there, you heard it straight from her. This big girl is looking for a man to give her some loving, and she said it herself. Every morning, she's gonna offer you biscuits and gravy. And she said that right before she flicked her tongue, so I can just imagine what kind of biscuits or gravy she's talking about. So if there's any guy out there who has experience in dating big girls, or maybe just moving around heavy furniture, you probably qualify. Don't forget to wear your cowboy hat. Now comes the obvious question. Why is it that women, not just a girl who's this big, all women expect men to accept them the way they are, while at the same time having a whole bunch of high demands? This bowling ball size of a pearl of a queen in this video made it very clear that, she's about to reach her 30s and she wants herself a cowboy who's fine looking and asking the Lord to send him her way. But the moment that men have standards, women are going to label their preferences as a type of phobia, a weight phobia or whatnot. That's okay. I'm pretty sure that the Lord is going to send her her cowboy, biscuits and gravy and all. I mean, cowboys are into extreme sports, aren't they? If they can ride a bull, they can handle a queen like her.
No. No.
I'm just saying, if you enjoy this audit, click on the video in the end screen for more content. If you would like to support the channel, please follow the link in the description to donate to our beer fund, or like, subscribe, and share this video on other social media platforms. If you agree or disagree with anything about this audit, please let us know in the comments. I'm going to leave this audit right here. I'll see all of you in the next episode.